Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most important parts of building a competitive team in Pokémon Brick Bronze Forever, breeding. Whether you're trying to get perfect IVs, pass down the right nature, or hatch that shiny you've always wanted, this guide is going to walk you through everything step by step. So grab your oval charm, get comfy, and let's jump into how to become a pro breeder in Pokémon Brick Bronze Forever. Alright guys, let's talk about the daycare inside. You can talk to the lady at the counter. You'll drop off 1 or 2 Pokémon, leave 2 Pokémon that share the same egg group together. They'll start to warm up to each other, and eventually the daycare worker outside will hand you an egg. The daycare's location is at Laguna Lake. It's after the fire gym and before the water. Alright guys, let's go over what people look for and what you should look for when breeding PvP Pokémon for yourself, or maybe that one friend that doesn't do it for himself. First thing we will go over are individual values. What are individual values? IVs. IVs are a Pokémon's innate, natural potential for each of its stats. They're like the Pokémon's genetic strengths and weaknesses, ranging from 1 to 31, 31 being the max a Pokémon can have. Your main goal is to get as many 31 as you can, for you to get the best and strongest Pokémon you can. Now, by normal standards, if you drop 2 Pokémon in the daycare, the IVs will be random, making getting PvP Pokémon hard, but don't worry, IVs can be influenced by breeding items. With the Destiny Knot, the baby inherits 5 IVs. The remaining 1 IV is random. This makes it way easier to breed Pokémon with near-perfect stats, because more of the parent's strong IVs get passed down. If one parent has 31 in attack and the other parent has 1 in attack, the Destiny Knot will chose either the 31 or 1 to pass it down. The Everstone. The Everstone is an item you can give to a parent Pokémon when breeding. Its purpose? To pass down the parent's nature to the baby Pokémon. Normally, the baby's nature is random. If the parent is holding an Everstone, the baby inherits that parent's nature. Only one parent needs to hold it. Power weight ensures that the HP IV of the parent holding it is passed down to the baby. How it works: if a parent Pokémon holds power weight, the baby will inherit that parent's HP IV. The other IVs are then chosen normally. Power Bracer guarantees that the parent holding it will pass down its attack to the offspring. That's it. When a parent Pokémon holds the Power Bracer, its attack IV is locked in as one of the inherited IVs. So if a Pokémon with the attack 31 holds the Power Bracer, its offspring will always have 31 in attack. Power Belt. If you give a parent Pokémon the Power Belt, it forces that parent to pass down its defense IV to the baby. So if you've got a perfect 31 defense IV on one parent, slap that Power Belt on and boom, guaranteed to get that stat on the offspring. Easy. Power Lens. If you throw a Power Lens on one of the parents, the game locks in that parent's special attack IV for the baby. So if you've got a crispy 31 special attack IV you want to pass down, Power Lens makes sure it never gets skipped. Super clean, super reliable. Power Band. If you equip a parent Pokémon with the Power Band, it straight up guarantees that the baby inherits that parent's special defense IV. Got a perfect special defense you want to lock in? Power Band's basically your insurance policy. 0 RNG, all value. Okay, breeding fans, here's the final power item pro tip. Power Anklet. If you give a parent the Power Anklet, it locks in that parent's speed IV for the baby. So if you've got that perfect speed stat ready to pass on, the anklet makes sure it always shows up. No guesswork, just guaranteed speed. But here's the real secret weapon for all of this: Ditto. A high IV Ditto is basically the universal donor of the Pokémon world. It can breed with almost anything, meaning you only need 1 good Ditto to create entire competitive teams. Throw a power item on your perfect Ditto, and suddenly you're passing down flawless IV like it's nothing. Add a Destiny Knot and it goes into overdrive. So yeah, power items give you control over specific stats. But a good Ditto? That's what turns breeding from a grind into a factory. All right, trainers, that's going to wrap up today's deep dive into Pokemon breeding. We went over a ton, from how IV inheritance actually works, to why Destiny Knot is basically mandatory, to how each power item locks in a specific stat. And of course, the MVP of the whole process, a good Ditto. Don't forget, a high IV Ditto plus the right power item can basically build your entire competitive roster. So if you're starting your breeding journey, remember the big three. Use power items to guarantee the IV you want. Use a Destiny Knot to pass down more IVs overall. Use a solid Ditto to make the whole process way easier. If this helped you stop yelling at your daycare NPC, hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next guide, and drop a comment telling me what unsuspecting Pokemon you're forcing into the nursery next. Thanks for watching, may all your eggs be shiny, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!